sweet one bliss. Someone flips me a bad body. Say, oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Good evening, welcome to iBoxingHub. If you're new to this channel, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I go by the name of BIYENGE, feature yours truly, Tre. What's good?
Yo, what's going on, people? What's going on, cuz? Hopefully everyone's well on a sunny day, of course. But cuz, before we get into the show properly, let's just hear from our sponsors, D-Rock Clothing. Yes, people, you know the spiel by now. It's iBoxingHub in association with D-Rock. So people, take advantage of the discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and you get 40% off everything. So if you like my hoodie, if you liked what my cousin was wearing during the shadow boxing he was doing in a video, just head over to the description and just browse around. And if there's anything that you like, use the discount code. But yeah, cuz, this is a new EP from our series, you know, the Boxing Roundup series. We're obviously looking forward to a tremendous show. Apologies about that. Someone was just trying to call me during the show, man. But yes, people, cuz, let's get down to business, man. What you saying? What you saying?
So, Tyson Fury, right? I just want to know from you and from the viewers, is he really retired? Is he looking to come back? Because my understanding that his wife's giving him the green light to come back. And if he does come back, who does he want to fight? Well, my understanding is that WBC are willing to give him a title shot to fight Usyk again. As a boxing fan, do we really want to see the trilogy? Does he deserve the trilogy? And he also thinks that he won both fights. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, cuz he's dreaming. He's absolutely dreaming. Honestly, obviously, before we kind of break this down, man, I just kind of wanted to do a quick shout out, you know, for the rest of the family, of course, man. I wanted to just big up to the IBH crew, IBH North crew, actually, bro, man. They're absolutely doing a tremendous job with their shows, the energy, the vibes. It was truly great. So big up to them as well. Big up to the Stay Weighed In brothers as well. You got Abbas, you got Sugar Ray. They done a tremendous show yesterday as well. And big up to Kami in the chat as well. Big up to you. Thank you so much, Kami, for tuning in. And Lucy, big up to Lucy's Fats, man. Everyone's involved in this. I just saw Tyson Fury on a card in Turkey. Absolutely crazy. I know, man. Sorry, man. My phone wasn't on silent on this occasion, man. But it's good energy. And then we got Mr. Neutral, obviously representing Red Corner. So, yes, absolutely love it, man. So we've got a full packed house today for the show, cuz, man. And also, cuz, we got to big up IBH USA as well, man. The whole team, just what they're doing as well with Chill Dollar Bill. It was a tremendous watch along, which did include Kami in the comments right now. So we obviously appreciate the time that she gave us and also the blessing she gave us as well, man. Want to send that blessing back to you, Kami, when you obviously come to the UK. But yeah, cuz, I think Usyk is dreaming. For him just to think, no, Fury's obviously dreaming, man. For him to kind of just think, you know, he's won those two fights. You know, I think those are two clear wins from Usyk. I don't know what people are saying, but for me, I think he just won those two fights clearly. And seeing a trilogy, I'm not really interested in that. If anything, the fight that I want to see, and this is the fight that everyone wants to see, we just want to see Fury versus AJ. Why is he not kind of pursuing this? This is what I wanted to kind of find out from you, cuz, like, whenever he gets interviewed or, you know, whenever he talks about some sort of return, It's always like Usyk. But as fans, I'm kind of looking at that situation. It's 2-0, cuz, man. Like 2-0, Usyk's done his thing. Move forward, man. There's a fight now that you got potentially here in the UK that you can make both lucrative. Like, come on. Let's not waste time. Let's not waste time, cuz, man. Let me hear your thoughts, man.
Do you know what? Right. Fury, obviously, he's tasted defeat twice from Usyk, and you know he believes that he won. I think either one of the fights or both the fights. Now he wants to redeem himself again, even though if he was to beat Usyk, it's 2-1. Whereas with AJ, if you rewind all the way back in 2017, 18, when Fury came back to boxing, AJ didn't want to give him the title shot straight away. He wanted Fury to lose weight, do this and that. So it's like tables are turning. And that's when they tried to cock block AJ, Fury and Wilder. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones where why should I give him the opportunity now? Because he needs me to get that big payday. Do you know what I mean? If anything, why don't he prove himself? Why don't he fight Wilder? If he knocks out Wilder, then I'll fight him. So it's one of them ones. It's more of a mind game because end of the day, like, look, Fury said, yeah, for him to return back to boxing, you have to give him $500 million. Let's just say if $500 million was in the pot, he's definitely coming back to fight AJ. But I think at the same time, look, Usyk doesn't punch as hard as AJ. So on paper, I would say Fury will most likely beat AJ. But if AJ was to land clean, then there's a possibility that it could be good night.
Yeah, man, could be baby good night. But yeah, cuz I agree with everything you're saying. It could be a whole conspiracy thing where they just wanna, block each other out, which is not really an AJ thing, to be honest. It's not AJ on his side, he's not stopping it. It's more Fury, the whole retirement thing. But from my understanding, and this is just historically just looking at people that have retired and come back to the sport, they kind of use this whole I'm retired thing as a negotiation tool, and he knows that Turkey's the man that, or His Excellency, let's call him. He's the man that controls the purse strings of boxing right now. And if you've got someone that's retired, you're gonna have to try and give him some sort of bag to get him back in the ring, and that's why you're obviously giving out numbers of what, 500,000. That's absolutely $500 million, man. That's absolutely crazy for return to the ring, man.
Fortunately, the fight ain't as big as it once was, many years ago. But as the British fans, yes, we would like to see the fight. Would it happen this year? There's a slim chance it wouldn't. It could potentially happen early next year. But the problem is, it's just like, look, this is boxing. Anything's possible. It can come to a point where AJ can be like, you know what? I'm going to retire. I've done it all. Nothing else to improve. I'm gone. Do you know what I mean? But as fans, we want to see that fight. Don't leave it out. If anything, they should have fought when they were in their prime years ago. But I believe when they do fight, it's going to be one of the best fights. I reckon it's gonna steal the show. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a 12-rounder.
Yeah, no, potentially, because it's what you don't think someone's get knocked out in that fight.
Do you know what? I don't know, because I think both men going into this fight, they know it's pretty much their last fight, so they're gonna give it all. So nobody wants to be vulnerable, but at the same time, it's just like we need to have a winner, because let's just say, right, they fought each other and it was a draw. It will be a bit disappointing.
No, big up to Ra in the chat as well, man. Ra from Punch Out Boxing. Big up to you, Ra. Thank you so much for the appearance on IBH North's Crossroads in Boxing. It was great to obviously have you on board, to have your say on the show. He's obviously saying Fury should bore off, which is true. And Stay Weighed-In's obviously saying scared at the possibility of losing to AJ. Whew. Okay, so we've got a new champion as well. So Jazza Dickens obviously just became the WBA 130 interim champion. So that's a tremendous feat. So big up to him as well. He'll pay for his cheating with PEDs and gaslighting all his rivals all these years. And no more Fury, please. We're tired, cuz the people are speaking, cuz everyone's just tired of the antics, the games, retirement, non-retirement, and now he's obviously coming out and saying, "I will only come out to fight Usyk." Like, come on, what even puts you in that position to fight Usyk in the first place when you've lost twice, man? It's 2-0.
WBC, they love Fury. He's a character.
Who loves Fury? I'm not so. Who loves Fury? Not us. Not the people. Not the people. We're tired, cuz.
He's a showman. He's a good showman. Unfortunately, he's that look. As much as look, the likes of Fury, retiring, AJ retiring, the heavyweight division is opening up more doors. We've got new, fresh talent, but we won't have at the moment. We don't have that superstar yet. Do you know what I mean? The superstars we've got at the moment in heavyweight boxing, I could probably say is AJ and Fury.
No, and then you got the little man coming up as well, Moses.
Yes, you got the little man coming up, but remember, he has to prove himself. Don't get me wrong. Remember, he's been fighting these so-called decent boxers, but now he needs to prove himself. Once he proves himself, then we can say because at the end of the day, like, look, remember, he's got Dylan Wright one round the corner. It can all go wrong. But I want to ask you a question. In terms of the British scene and heavyweight boxing, out of these three people, who's got the best resume? Tyson Fury, AJ, or Derek Chisora?
Oh, good question. So Tyson Fury's obviously been in there with Usyk twice. He's obviously done it with Chisora. He's had the trilogy of Wilder, so that also puts him in good stead. But then you've got AJ, who's done Usyk twice. He's obviously done Klitschko, Ruiz.
Parker.
You know what? Parker. I would say
Pulev, Povetkin,
Pulev. Yeah, it's tough. Look, Lucy's saying Derek Chisora, question mark. I don't know if you're saying that out of confusion or you saying Derek Chisora's got the best.
No, I'm saying no. I'm talking about the heavyweight scene, the British boxing heavyweight scene, because I've been looking at their resumes. I'm like, do you know what? Because look, as much as we talk about Fury fighting Derek Chisora trilogy and Wilder trilogy, it's a bore because it's like we already know that he won the fights. You know what I'm saying? Did we need a rematch or a trilogy? No, not really. But that's what I just want to know. Apart from the trilogies, like who has got the better resume? Because Derek Chisora, he's fought a lot of people as well. He's fought for Charlie Klitschko, he fought Fury, he fought Parker, fought Dylan White. Who else? The list still goes on. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That out of the British scene, that in terms of heavyweights, who has got the better resume?
It's a tough one, cuz, man. I can't even lie, man.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Even you're saying it's a tough one because when you break it down, it's Derek has fought a lot of people.
A lot of people. He's been in there with Charlie Klitschko, even before David Hay.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Joyce, who's been in there with, Dylan White. He's had a few with him. So, yeah, man, he's had a few scrappers. Even been in there with Fury,
Usyk,
yeah. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. AJ 9-4 in world title fights. Fury 5-2-1. Okay. No, it's interesting. I love Ra, getting involved in the chat as well. People, just get involved. If you've got any stats, figures, throw them up there, and we're more than happy to just, go through them during the show. But it's a tough one. It's kind of a toss-up because I would say AJ, you would have to just nix it for me, man. But Chisora, like what Lucy's saying, is a gatekeeper, man. And AJ and Fury are former unified champions, man. So we can kind of cut off Chisora from that list.
No, I get that, but I'm talking about. I understand we're talking about Fury and AJ being former champions, but I'm talking about the resume, the people that they fought. Just look at the resumes. Forget. Just look at the resumes.
All right. So if we're just are we looking at resumes with victories, or are we just looking at people?
No, just who they fought.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah, you're gonna have to. Chisora in it.
See, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. A lot of people won't think. A lot of people think what I'm talking about. But you even said yourself, you probably have to say Chisora.
Yeah. Because it's just been, if you're talking about just been in there with, a number of fighters, then you can kind of say Chisora. But if we're talking about victories and wins and world championships, then you're kind of pushing Chisora out the list, and you're thinking more AJ, Fury, more AJ because he's been in. But then Fury, he's got Usyk twice and the trilogy with Wilder, man. So that kind of puts him in good stead as well, man. I can't lie to you guys.
Do you know? But I hear that, but
the trilogy of Wilder, cause like that.
No, don't get me wrong. The trilogy was amazing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not writing off on it. It was amazing, but it's just that when we look at the first fight, some will argue say that Fury won. Some will say Wilder won, but the second fight, bro, Fury won that fight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was just, he won that clean. Yeah, but look, it's so you're agreeing that resume in terms of Fury, AJ, Derek Chisora has the better resume. The British, in terms of British heavyweight, he has the better resume than AJ and Fury.
Yeah, I'm kind of reluctant with it, cuz man, saying it, because the only reason why I'm saying it is because of the names that he's been in the ring with. But if I'm thinking about victories and world championships, then Chisora's not even in that list, because he's just been the gatekeeper in the heavyweight division.
Forget the victories, like, in terms of, like, obviously I know boxers, when they fight, it's all about the victory, but just forget the titles and all that. But because Derek Chisora, he's had, correct me if I'm wrong, he's had 2 world title shots, right? WBC, yeah. When I saw Vitaly Klitschko, he was a
WBC champion. Yeah,
and obviously and with Fury, WBC.
Yeah.
So now he's next in line for the IBF.
Yeah, hopefully third time lucky wins that, man, for his 50th minute, man.
There you go.
Let's see, man. Let's see. But obviously, I do agree with Lucy. Shows he comes through the facts. How can he not count the wins and losses? But I think for this case, you're just talking about pure resume.
I'm talking about pure resume, like who they fought, pure resume. Because like, look, some. Okay. I'm breaking out like this, yeah. AJ and Fury. If we're both going to be honest, and the boxer fans, if we're all being honest, they did not fight the prime Klitschko. Let's be real.
You talking about of course, yeah, definitely.
If they fought prime Klitschko, the outcome would have been
different. That's Dr. Steelhammer, man. Dr. Steelhammer trained. Also did his training with Emmanuel Stewart as well, Jonathan Banks, man. Big up to the Kronk family, man. So cuz definitely, if you're talking about a prime Klitschko, it's a bit different, but you still obviously got to give Fury obviously the credit for opening up the division essentially by beating Klitschko, and then that allowed AJ, after he done his first retirement, to come back, get the titles, and then the rest came excited again, man. So they kind of, in a sense, helped each other out, man, and their paths were parallel at one point, but now, cuz, man, I think the roads are aligning for these two to fight, man, and I don't like the agenda that's kind of being put out there by Fury himself by saying, look, I would only come out to fight Usyk on the third fight. And look, I speak for the fans, man. We don't want to see a third fight. Usyk's beating you twice. Look, you're still a tremendous fighter. You're still like one of the greats, but we need to see the fight of the Battle of Britain. We got to see that. That's the fight that we want to see, and that's the fight that kind of makes sense for both fighters, following losses, man. So let's have it, man. Let's not waste time.
Frank Warren made a statement. I don't know if you are going to agree with the statement, or the boxing world. He said that Daniel Dubois is going to outbox Usyk.
So let me just hear this straight. So Frank Warren, big up to Frank Warren as well, man. He's the grandfather of boxing right now, man. So we got to appreciate, Uncle Frank in this situation. No, he's not going to outbox Usyk, man. Look, I would love, Dubois to achieve great things, and I think he will achieve great things. But against Usyk, I just think Usyk has his number, man. And the reason why I just think Usyk's got his number is more not physically, but it's mentally. We know what's going to happen in that fight where things get rough, man. We know what's going to happen. Usyk knows in the back of his mind that when things get rough, I know I've got this kid's head, man, and it's going to produce in the night. And what I think as well, cousin, this could be an outlandish prediction, but I think Usyk this time is going to, do a stoppage, man. I think he's got a point to prove. I think a lot could happen as well. So Frank, at his age, will say a few things off key. Can't hold it against him. Look, Ra's right, man. Ra's right. And look, we can call it off key, but at the end of the day, he has every right to say what he needs to say because it's his fighter. It's a big fight for him as well. And credit to Frank, man, because Dubois, since the beginning, they've been able to build him up to this point right now. And, they were saying that he was Britain's next hope for, the heavyweight division. He's now a champion. He's got a chance now to be undisputed as well. And the last time since there was a British undisputed champion, was Lennox Lewis, man. So they really want him to take the mantle, man. So I disagree that Triple D will fold mentally, though, because if his dad keeps barking orders at him, he'll fight on, which is true, man. But we need to. I know that's great. Obviously, he's got his pups and everything, man. But he can't be too reliant on his pups, man. At the end of the day, man, he can't be too reliant on his pups. What if there's a situation where he's not there? He's not there for some reason, man. What if he can't be there? Cause how is he going to react? Is he going to be looking around and nah, man? You got to get in there, get stuck in, do what you need to do, and it's all about instinct because it's mano versus mano, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see, man. I could be wrong. I could be right. We just have to wait and see what happens, man. But I don't think he's outboxing him.
If Daniel was to beat Usyk or beats Usyk, I believe Fury comes out of retirement to fight Daniel.
100,000,000%, cause you're 1,000% right as well. Look, you got Mr. Neutral saying, and the new, you know what? He would love it. But
the problem is, Fury would want to come out and fight Daniel, but then AJ would also want to fight Daniel to redeem himself. The question is, where would Daniel go? Because fighting, obviously, is a big payday for him anyway. But who, if you was in Daniel's camp and Daniel beats Usyk, AJ.
Straight. That's the weaker link out of both of them, man. The reason why I'm saying the weaker link, not even out of a disrespect, man, but we saw what happened the first time when them two were in the ring, Dubois and AJ. And I just think that Dubois will carry that confidence from that fight to that second fight if it were to happen. Plus, he'll be coming out second, I believe, as the undisputed champion, if we're talking hypothetically. And I think that stage will allow him to be even more confident than what he was for that fight at Wembley the first time with AJ. So I think he would push more for the AJ fight, only also because Frank and, Dubois, they and Fury, they're all in the same camp, so they would rather kind of fight outside of the stable, outside of the camp. So yeah, I would say AJ if there was a choice anyway, man. So if Dubois does win, I would think Usyk probably gets first shot if he wants it, which is true. To get his belts back, of course. That would be understandably so. But Lucy, I can't even lie to you. I can't even imagine a world Usyk losing. I'm not, obviously, no fight is invincible. Things can happen, but I just can't see Usyk losing this fight, man. I know it's going to be a difficult one. He's got a young, hungry, champion in Dubois, who I think will be a champion again, I believe, once Usyk retires, man. But yeah, I think Usyk's going to this time stop him. The reason why I think he's going to stop him this time is because of that disrespect after his fight previously. You remember what happened when he just came to the ring? It's a bit random as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of looked like Frank kind of pushed him up and said, "Look, go up there and say something." I don't know, man. It looked pretty forced, man. But no, big up to him. And anyway, man, I got Usyk, but stranger things have happened, which is true. Which is true. Strange.
If the bar was to fight Fury, does he beat Fury?
I think he's got a very good chance of beating him. Yeah, I think he's got a very good chance of beating him. Definitely, because he's where Usyk, where Dubois is right now. He is on cloud nine, cuz man. I think he just feels that he's unbeatable right now, which understandably so he should be, man. He's the world champion. You know, he's had a good run of victories, you know, coming up to this undisputed fight. But arguably, cuz, would we be in this position if he didn't skip the Joseph Parker fight? Because that Joseph Parker fight was a big acid test, man. We would really know where he's at because Joseph Parker, he's someone that deserves this, man. So he's someone that we can't forget about as well. If these two are going to have a shot, Joseph Parker needs to at least fight the winner, you know? So let's just obviously see what happens there, of course, man. And Dubois KOs Fury as easy as he did AJ. Woo! Flattened him 2 rounds. Woo! Bro.
Ben Davis said obviously AJ arrived late to the arena. He wasn't even warmed up. I'm not using excuses, but there's just look. If they were to run it back, the outcome would be different. That's what I'm saying.
Because let me say this though. All right, because I know we're obviously gonna put it out there, man. So, all right, he arrives late, He arrives late to warm up and everything. But cuz, let's just process this. You are about to fight for a world title, cuz. Like, let's professionalism. Let's just think it. I know every fighter goes through their scenarios, whatever, man. But as a team, we have to look at the team here, and we have to think like, how has it got to a point where a fighter that's fighting for a world championship is coming late to the arena and he's not even warming up? Something needs to be asked there, man. Cause professionalism for me, I don't know. I'm not in AJ's shoes. I haven't been in that situation where I've had to fight in front of 90,000, etc., etc. But if I'm in a world title shot, cuz I'm making sure I'm arriving to the arena even before it's open, cuz I need to get a feeling. I need to be there, like just as a sportsman, you know, just ensuring that preparation is key, man. Because if you come in last minute, that coming in last minute says to me that he's overlooked Triple D and thought, I'm just gonna do what I normally do, and I'm gonna just beat him like it's nothing. That's what I think. I think he overlooked him.
There's that element. On the other hand, there's also a lot that happens behind closed doors. Anything could happen where it's like, do you know what I mean? You know, because again, it was very weird. Him coming late to his own event because he's never late to his event. Do you know what I mean? So again, you know, because when I watched Ben Davis, he was on Talk Sport. It's like he wanted to say more, but he couldn't say much. But it's just like saying, you know, obviously he came late. You know, he didn't even warm up properly. You know, he was still cold. But don't get me wrong. Like, look, Daniel got the victory. But all I'm saying is just like, look, run it back, analyze everything. Because even at the end of the fight, him himself said, you know what? I'm pissed. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Yeah, no, it is what it is, cuz, man. But like, I can't really hold that as a reason. Obviously, I know there's back end stuff, there's things that we don't even know what's going on and stuff like that, man. But preparation is key, cuz, man. That's one of the key components of, you know, being able to perform at that level, man. You gotta be there on time, cuz, man. You gotta at least just be at the arena, feel it out, you know, just be able to warm up, be fresh, you know. So he kind of messed up a big opportunity there, man. And I'm sure Eddie himself must have been so pissed with that, man, as well, because he had the house on AJ to win that title, man. But that's a whole subject for another day, man. But cuz I really want to see this fight. I know we've obviously spoken in depth about the situation, but ultimately, forget Usyk, forget Daniel Dubois, forget Joseph Parker, best of Britain, Fury, AJ, Wembley. Let's get it, man. That's the only fight I want to see.
Fury said AJ cost him 130 mil when he lost to Triple D. So he ain't interested no more. That's what he said. Yeah, so he's not. Like I said, the only way this fight happens, there's two ways. Either the purse is probably, I don't know, 300 million, and probably Fury takes a larger percentage, but I can't see that happening.
No.
Or there's a stipulation. AJ has to fight Wilder. Should he beat Wilder, he gets Fury next. But then again, I don't want to go down that route because we all know the outcome might go left. So yeah.
Yes,
but,
the whole tune-up things, cuz man, it just doesn't
long.
work, cuz man. Like let's just stop wasting time. Fury, if you're listening to this pod, I just wanted to personally say for the fans, if you're gonna come back, please, it has to be for AJ, man. Usyk is 2-0. We don't want to see that fight again. We've obviously seen on 2 occasions that, you know, Usyk has had his hand lifted in that fight, and it's been a respectful win as well. We don't want to see a third fight. We want to see you versus AJ. So, and AJ, Eddie Hearn, if you're listening to this as well, man, get that fight on, man, by any means necessary. His Excellency, make the fight happen, please. Because you've been able to, you know, deliver some tremendous fights, but AJ and Fury is the fight that we want to see next, man, because it just makes sense for where both fighters are in their careers right now. You know, not saying that they're in the decline, but in terms of the iron, it's hot right now, man. You got to strike when the iron's hot, man. And I think that fight, if they don't do it from now until, let's say, 12 months, the hype could just, you know, go down for it, and we as fans might just be like, nah, we don't want to see it. It could be a Mayweather-Pacquiao situation where it's dragged on for so many years. We just like, oh, nah, man, we don't want to see it now, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, cuz, man. But yeah, people, thank you so much for, you know, tuning into another boxing roundup. It's 214. Can't believe it, cuz we've gone over the 200 mark, and we're obviously pushing for that 300th EP. We're gonna make sure that's gonna be a special one, of course. This Sunday, people, we've got a special guest. I don't want to announce it on the show. Just make sure you are, you know, following the channel, you're subscribed to the channel. And when we obviously upload the setup for the show, you know exactly who the guest is. But a little clue is the USA takeover. So we're getting someone from the USA, and he's a legend. He's a legend of the sport. You guys will love him. You know, I don't want to say too much because I'll spoil it if I give him that clue, man. But just tune in on Sunday. It'll be a tremendous roundup, and I'm obviously looking forward to, you know, talking boxing with my cousin as always. And Lucy's obviously saying, have a great day. Have a tremendous day to you, Lucy's Fats. Ra, thank you so much for tuning in. Mr. Neutral from Red Corner Boxing, thank you so much for tuning in. Kami, thank you so much for tuning in. People, thank you for your support. We appreciate you. And cuz, God bless you. And I'm obviously going to tag you in to wrap up the show. Boosh.
Yes, I accept. Tune in on Sunday. Also, I don't want to say much. I just say little.
Go on, give him a clue, cuz. Look, because Lucy's just give him a little clue.
Was he a former heavyweight champion?
Yeah, he's been a heavyweight champion before, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. That's it, man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's good, man. All right.
Maybe one more clue? No?
Yeah, go throw him another clue.
Was he a former heavyweight champion in the 90s?
No.
Okay, cool. All right, no. That's it. I ain't saying nothing else.
No.
But yeah.
Right, and then former heavyweight champion. Lucy, you're trying to dig it out of. No, we're gonna just let you.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it as that.
Figure it out, man. You know what I mean? Let you just figure it out, man. But Sunday, make sure you're back here on the roundup. Obviously, Thursday, Crossroads in boxing. Yep, it was around that part there. Yeah, Lucy. I know Lucy's gonna figure it out. Yeah, Lucy's gonna figure it out soon, man. Don't worry. Just tune in on Sunday. We're obviously gonna do something special, man. So. Big up to you, man. But cuz, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, man.
Yeah. Peace and blessing, people. Have a lovely, productive week. And you know, oh, funny enough, there's an event this weekend. No.
This weekend, I don't know.
Harlem Banks and
What is it this weekend?
No, I'm about.
No,
Yeah,
it's not this weekend. Because hold on. No, it can't be. Is it this weekend? Oh shit! It is this weekend. Damn.
Yeah.
Yo, that cuz before we go, man, we gotta quickly just let's just talk about Harlem.
I'm going for Harlem because it's 147. Yeah, and it's his time now, and he's a Eubank, and Catchell's is naturally a 140 going up to 147. Yeah. I feel that there's pressure on both really, because if Harlem was to lose to a 140, it's like, oh damn, what's happened? But if Catchell was to lose to Harlem, it's like, well, he did move up. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Oh yep, and Taylor Serrano free next week as well. I know there's plenty of boxing. The boxing's crazy right now, and cuz I agree with you. I'm gonna have to go with Harlem. You know, I'm Team Eubank, and I know that Harlem's been waiting for an opportunity like this for a long time, and I'm just happy that, you know, he's got the opportunity to show his ability and skills, you know, against a skilled operator in Jack Catchell. Having someone like that in your resume will only elevate you as a fighter, because for me, you look at Jack Catchell, he is the undisputed champion. He was the undisputed champion for me. He should have been. He should have had that title. We watched that fight live, cuz I remember when we watched that fight live, and it was like, yeah, Jack's won it, and then he didn't get the call. So that would be a big name. So I'm going for Harlem as well, cuz, man, and let's see. I'm guessing the odds will be against Harlem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jack would be the favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm crazy, cuz,
all right, well, guys. Right, peace and blessings. Peace and love.
Love.
It's another bang. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my card with a sweet one bliss. Someone flips me a bag.